Hey, how we doing? So today we're going to be playing Empyrion Alpha 12.3. They just released turrets for SVs. If you're new to the game, it doesn't mean anything to you. Just know that it's really cool and it's really new, and everyone is excited about it. So all our ships are changing, but I've modified mine in the last day to make it for another playthrough. So we're going to do that together, and hopefully I'm helpful. And if you like it, please subscribe to this channel. So what we have here is some things that I had some difficulties with understanding, but like people would build vessels and ships and stuff, and you could put them in the blueprints in the game, and you could spawn them into your game. It's not cheating. It's how they want you to play the game, preferably. So these are the vessels that I've used on a few playthroughs, and they've worked out beautifully for me to be able to make it through fast, just to get to in-game stuff so that I can explore and better understand the game. Full disclosure, I've been playing about a month. I had some really difficulties finding useful tutorials, and it's no one's fault. This game is basically a beta still, kind of, even though it's an open public. There's new improvements coming every day, and most of these people have been playing since it started, and the game is not what it was when it began, and it's just second nature to them, so they never mention them. So we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty and all the helpful stuff. So what you're going to see here is this is my workshop of the ships that I'm going to be using to play my game. Now, you can subscribe to them. Matter of fact, if you want to use them and play along, you're going to need to subscribe to them, and that's how this works. And I didn't understand it, and it took me forever to figure it out. So down in the link below this video, you're going to see a link to this page on Steam. Just make sure that the account you're playing on is the same one that you're logged into on the steamcommunity.com. And you can simply, this is going to be the first vessel we spawn in, and then this is going to be the second one we spawn in, and then this is going to be the third one we spawn in. So first, all you got to simply do is click subscribe and make sure the game is closed, and when you launch the game, this vessel will be available to you to open in a blueprint. So let's jump over here to the game and let's get one started real quick and go through some of the settings. So let's change screens here. And here we go. So we are going to start a game, single player, co-op. It doesn't matter. A co-op can become a single player, and a single player can become a co-op. Just depends on how you want to launch that game. So we're going to do a single player today, and we're going to do survival, and we're going to name this game Let's Play YouTube. Why do I always do that? I always forget to capitalize the word Y when I spell on YouTube. And set it. Seeds, just like in Minecraft. I don't know good seeds, bad seeds. I've never even seen people even talking about it or sharing seeds yet. I don't think it's advanced that far. Difficulty settings, we are going to do a custom difficulty setting. Start equipment is going to be easy. Keep inventory on death. I'm going to keep everything on death just to make it easier for our playthrough here. To make it a little exciting, you can keep stuff that's just in your toolbar you keep, or you keep nothing. Now, it doesn't disappear. It's kind of like Minecraft. We got to go back and find it, but it doesn't scatter everywhere. It's in one tiny little box, but it does have an expiration time on it. I think it's 3 minutes, but Minecraft's like 5 minutes. So we're going to keep everything because I plan on dying a lot because I'm going to be rushing into a lot of silly things. So player progression is normal. That's about leveling. Degradation speed is about your food. That's probably the most annoying thing about this game, in my opinion, is food. Slow food consumption is slow, so your food hunger bar goes down. Oxygen consumption, it's not really that big of a deal for us because we're not going to be playing on a place where we don't have breathable oxygen. Well, one day I will make one like that, and then I'll probably still keep that at slow because it's one of those annoying factors. Temperature, radiation, impact. Standing near an engine, you know what I mean? It's going to be hotter. Some planets have radiation, or some areas of the starter planet has radiation and stuff like this. So you can't really go there until you have a suit. So just for realistic gameplay, I'm going to keep that as normal. I'm going to keep the amount of ore deposits normal, number of deposits normal, auto miner depletion. True or false, doesn't matter. I never use an auto miner. Hopefully they'll have that fine tuned soon enough that it makes a difference. Enemy difficulty is medium. It's good enough. Drone presence normal, base attacks normal. If you want to do this dry run by yourself, I'd suggest turn drone base attacks off. But for this purpose, we're going to intentionally not make a permanent base. We're going to try to make a capital vessel our first base. Construction craft speed, I'm going to make that fast, if not instant half the time, because it's annoying. Blueprint and repair speed, instant. Whenever you want to spawn something into the game, like if you was to make a capital vessel, you literally have to leave the game running for the amount of time it takes for that one to be crafted. If you shut the game off, it pauses. And I've seen some blueprints take, I don't know, 48, 50 hours. That's real time. And I'm not down with that. So spawn limits, false, doesn't matter. Block limits, false. Mass and volume is important. That's about how much weight you can carry. Like a CV engine, a capital vessel engine, is absolutely massive, as you would imagine, as composed to like a little bitty hover vessel engine, super tiny. If you turn that to false, the game's not going to care how much it weighs. You can put everything you own in one little box. I don't think it'd be a very good run through, because the whole volumes and masses and stuff is important in this game. CPU points is true. CPU points is, I'm going to leave that to true, because if not, you can just stack everything you want on a vessel and not have to worry about it. Not have to worry about upgrading it. This is probably the most comfortable game settings you're going to get. So I'm going to click OK on that. And I'm at the start location. I'm on a large planet. And the start location is outreach. This is always going to be randomly generated for you. You can pick a temperate planet, which gives you oxygen and water, and you're not going to burn to death or freeze to death. It's not a rush. However, if you start at a location like that, you at least start with a suit with some oxygen, and then it's a race to maintain oxygen and things like that. We're going to avoid it. And this is an arid planet, so it's not going to be a lot of water, not going to be a lot of trees. It's going to be hard to get some resources. It ups the ante a little bit. I think this is a place that you would need a suit, and this is a place you're going to need a suit because of hot or cold thing. But we're going to start ours here, and we're just going to jump right into this game. Mind you, you subscribe to those 3 ships I showed you earlier. So when you start the game, because if you subscribe to them when your game is running, it's not going to load them into your game. You got to close the game and open it back up. But it doesn't matter. We're going to be a while before we get to that ship anyway. But that's the first thing we're going to do, because I know that Bandit is the first ship I'm going to want. Just because it's really cool. The game pretty much spawns you into... everything is procedurally generated, but it doesn't matter where you land here. I'm just going to try to drop it here between these 3 wreckages. Oh, that's pretty. There's water there. Some of the things are different, like where the trees are, where the hills are, where the water is, where your points of interest are going to be. What type of points of interest you're going to have. There's going to be abandoned bunker. Those type of things are, but you're going to have, when you first land, there's going to be a hover bike near us. And that's the objective of this first video, is to find that hovercraft and get it working. And cover some of the common tool tips. We are going to escape, bypass all this stuff. You can watch through it if you want, but it doesn't change anything about the game. Go to the push WAD keys are what we're using here. We're going to hit F to access this, and we're going to pick up all our stuff. I'm not getting a core, but we do have 3 fuel tanks. We're going to keep this up here. This is an ore scanner. You need to keep this in your inventory at all times, because some things like pentaxid is a rare ore. It will literally have, some of them will be very small, and they'll just have one little ore in the ground, and you got to dig around, and that ore scanner allows you to see where it's at as you're digging down into the ground. So keep it. Put our 10 bars down there, put our health packs there, our tent, where you need that to sleep, and just set a spawn in case you die. The ointments, move all this down. This is survival food, survival health. Ointments that you need in case you get hit. This is how you would make oxygen. This is an important tool, and this is everything to you. And that's a portable heater. You got to stand pretty close to it to stay warm. If you're going to spawn in places that are cold, you're going to need to stand next to this. Everywhere you go, you got to pick it up and carry it with you until you get a suit with a boost. Anyway, so this is your multi-tool, your survival tool, right? Eventually, we're going to upgrade this to a multi-tool, but in order to do that, you got to make multi-packs, and that takes a resource we won't have access to just yet. So let's get out of this, and let's go to number 2, and let's scan the area to see what we've got here. We're going to hit M to open it up. We are looking for a hover bike. And looky there, there's a hover bike right there. We want to get to that. In order to get to that, we're going to need to make a portable constructor when we get there. So we're going to walk there, and along the way, we're going to pick up some food, plant fibers specifically, because plant fibers. So it's going to be north and that way. Yeah, it's that way. It's towards that big rock. So we are going to look for, I'm going to pick some things up along the way. Okay, this is the teleporter station. You see how it's got POL in front of it? Well, if you go into, hit the F2 button, you can go look at factions or something like that in here. Oh, right here. Here they are. So you got Xerax, Talon, Polaris, Pirates, Krell, and Traders Guild. So that's Polaris Mega Group. These are all people you're neutral with, and Xerax you're unfriendly with. Everyone is unfriendly with the Xerax. Right? Now you can attack the crap out of the Talon and make friends with the Xerax, but we're not going to make anyone angry right now, and that includes the Pole. So if you come in here, let's see. Look at there. There's some free stuff inside here, and here is a case. We hit this, and it's going to tell us, when you open container, your reputation Polaris Mega Group will drop to unfriendly. No, we don't want to make enemies just yet. We want to survive. So let's get back to this. So we're going to avoid making everyone angry, and we're going to look for stuff to loot along the way. We're going to find some on ore rocks. So iron ore, which will be blue. The copper ones are easily identifiable, because look, that even looks like copper. We're going to pick some of it up. So we're going to grab our multi-tool, and we're going to hit right-click. Our survival tool. Hit right-click, and we are going to go to resource drill. Click and hold the left button. And F to pick it up, and we just picked up some copper. What is this one? That's just a regular rock, but that's okay. It needs silicone. You can make ore out of the silicone. Let's see here. You can make food out of that one right there. You can make food out of that one, but we want the long, stringy ones. Ooh, there's iron ore right there. Yeah, that's our iron. We need 3. Hopefully it'll give us 3. That give us 3, and that give us 3. That's 6. Where is our hover bike? There it is. That's plant fibers. Until you can cut trees down, that's your source of plant fibers. You need a chainsaw. Be able to cut that down. Let's scan the area again, find out. Just left clicking it when I'm on it. Hit M. Where? Oh, it's. Oh, looky there. Oh, we are just to the right of our hover bike. Yo. Oh, there it is too. Just holding down, just typical game movements, just like Minecraft. Hold down W, spacebar jumps, blah, blah, blah. So this is a hovercraft. Every game is going to have one of these. Every game is going to have a dart. These are your starter ones to get you going, and then the game is on you. So if you look in the back, you're going to see a G and you're going to see an F. That stands for fuel tank, and that stands for generator. So we're going to hit tab to open up our inventory and our stats page. You'll see we're already level 2, about to hit level 3. But we have in our suit survival constructor. And what we need to make is a portable constructor, because that opens up things we can make. So it's locked because we don't have it unlocked. So we need to go up here to our tech trees. And we need to find the portable constructor. And I'm guessing it's going to be in miscellaneous. Not there. Tools. No. Weapons. Come on. Why would you be in tools? That's a texture tool. That's going to be handy later. So you can make these things like this still. Flashlight we can make. Miscellaneous. Oh, there it is. Portable Constructor. Now you see Portable Constructor unlocks at level 1 and unlock cost 1. Double click it and now we can make it. Let's hit the tab. And there's our Portable Constructor. We're going to click on it. Now this is all making in our suit. So it's using the inventory we have over here. And it's going to make the Portable Constructor. And you see in the list, the bottom where it says where it's green, it is iron ore 3. And we happen to have exactly 3. And I already pulled 3 out to make this. Because we got to make a fuel tank and a generator for this. So we're going to figure out what we need to make a fuel tank and a generator. While we're doing that, let's look around. That wreckage right there, we're going to go salvage that for some parts. But we're going to put this generator down, pick up this copper while we're here. Why not? Oh, let's see what's in the back of this. There's a chest there. Oh, crap. No. There it is. Some nanotubes. Alright, let's open up our thing, see what's done. It is done. So we're going to move it down here. And we are going to click it. Now you can't put portable constructors in a vehicle, on a vehicle, or in a base, or on a base. It has to be like on the ground. So we're going to put it right here. We're going to hit F to access it. We're going to take hold down shift and left click all this stuff to put it in here. This is all the manufacturing stuff. So this is a hover vessel. So here's the icon for the hover vessel. And fuel tanks and generators are devices. So let's go see what we need. So we got a generator and a fuel tank. So we need steel plates, motors, and electronics. Electronics, steel plates, and optical fibers. So those are components. So we got to click off that because components are universal. So for these, you need silicon and copper. We got that. Motors, you're going to need steel plates, nanotubes, and electronics. I don't know what else we needed, but silicon. So it looks like steel plates and silicone is our vice for today. So let's go get some steel plates. We can do that real quick, no problem. So I'm going to right click with my tool in my hand. So you got resource drill, defense mode, a little bit of a gun here. It's handy. It's got a stun effect to it, most creatures. So that's handy. And then you got salvage. Salvage is what we're going to use to get steel plates. So we have is I'm going to hit F5 to launch my drone. See, I got my little drone. And I am going to use my salvage mode to salvage these steel parts. And I will pick up 2 steel plates. 2 steel plates. 2 steel plates. Hey, look, a creature. He is aggressive and will beat the crap out of you if you attack him, but you can walk right through him and over him and under him. He won't mess with you. So I don't know how much we're going to need here, but we're going to find some silicone. And we need plant fibers, because we need plant fibers. F5 to get out of this, or escape, either way. And we're going to find some silicone. So let's go to our scan tool. Scan to see what resources are around us. Resource there. So we got copper there, iron there. I'm guessing that's going to be silicone. So I want her to walk to it, because we'll try to pick up some plant fibers along the way. Because plant fibers, there's iron there. Let's pick up some iron. We got to right click, go to resource drill. You don't need much silicone. Now you could turn regular rocks into silicone. You could turn silicone ore, turn regular rocks into iron ore and copper ore. But looky there. That was a good payoff right there. Now these are harmless creatures, but there is little velociraptors. This is food. That gives you 2+ plant protein. So, you know, you can make bandages with it, or you can make food with it. We are looking for that resource. Silicon deposit nearby. So let's map, figure out where it's at. It looks like straight ahead this way. You can kill them for XP if you want. Just don't kill them in Talon's territory, because you'll make the Talon aggravated at you. You kill all the spiders you want, but you can't kill innocent creatures. I don't even think you can kill predators. You don't want to make them upset with you right away. You'll have enough to deal with Xerax if you decide to build a base. After we get... oh, come on. Where are we at? We're coming up on it. I'm hitting M to open the map. Pretty typical stuff. Holding W and spacebar. Just like Minecraft. Oh, these yellow plants. You need these and mushrooms to make most medicines. Good stuff. I should be right on top of it. Why I'm not seeing it, I don't know. I got my visor. You should be seeing a marker here in the air. Okay, this little blue thing is just straight up plant protein instead of... So you can turn vegetables into plant protein or just pick up the plant protein itself. It says I am on top of it. I see a bug. Oh, spider's nest. It's a good place to go with XP, but we don't have a gun. And I would prefer... See, my mini-map says I'm crawling towards it, so... I'm going to get right over the top of it on my mini-map and drill down with my drone. Alright, so let's try it. Let's see if we're glitched here. Not a good look. It's still... So we are in resource drill. It's a tab, and now you see my mini-map is back up top. And that's not, usually it's clear as day. There's a big white marker underground, even as you're digging, that shows that there's silicone there. Yeah, we hit rock. Now, see, this will pick up stone, but you could turn the stone into silicone. I don't know if you can do it with a portable constructor or not, but that's disappointing. So let's hit F5 to get out of our drone. Scan again. Hit map. See, it says we're right on top of it, but it is not showing. So just to be safe, we're going to find a silicone rock, because we don't need a lot. Pick up that plant protein. Oh, here's a silicone rock. Nope, that's mushroom. There's iron rock, iron ore. Remember, we're just trying to get that hover bike going. Feel bad about that glitch, because it's a good game. I hate showing stuff like this. There it is. Silicon, see the little white spots? It's like mold growing on rocks. Oh yeah, you have to, once you break it like this, you have to pick it up. That's just eggs. I think we're near that spider's nest. I'm not in that much of a hurry. Yeah, why not? Let's pick up copper over here. And let's get back to our ship. Let's find our hover bike. So our hover bike is that way. Pick up plant protein along the way. And they look like the green ferns. Like that thing right there. Plant fiber is what you need to make fuel. And we need to make some fuel and make a chainsaw so we can cut down wood. And wood turns into plant fibers, and plant fibers turns into biofuel, because we're eco-friendly in this game. I do like to get to tier 5 so I can make a suit. Because you can make light armor. And all the armor has a flashlight built right into the chest. Now you can make a handheld flashlight. But if we can't get all this done in the start day, it's okay. We'll just put our tent and make it dark. Let's see where we are. Up over this way. We'll just make a tent, go to sleep, and avoid nighttime. See, they're friendly, but there's little tiny velociraptor looking creatures that are not friendly. And they can be in massive packs. All right, it's this way now. Yeah, there it is. Now this food we're picking up, it'll grow back. Everything has its own grow time. All different plants have their own grow time. But we're going to get this hovercraft working, and we're going to find the Heidelberg. And I'm pretty sure, oh, shoot, Heidelberg is going to be right there. See that? That should be the dart. So we're going to get this running, pick up all our stuff, and go see if we can't make base camp there at the dart. Because we'll get that dart going, and then we'll spawn in that Iron Bandit when we get to tier 7. Okay. So we're going to go back to our hovercraft thingy here. Because remember, we got our steel plates, right? And our fiber. And devices. There we go. We got a generator and fuel tank. And we're going to, I think it takes 10 of those plant fibers to make one thing of fuel. Now let's go to our tools. Make us a chainsaw. We don't want to pick up too much wood just yet because wood's really, really heavy. We want to get to a place that's got at least a storage chest or something bigger than the storage chest on the back of this, because of the volume things. If you look, it's only at 125 and we got 500. We put on a light armor suit. Let's go look. Let's see, personal, would that be in weapons and tools? Yeah, see the light armor? It's locked right now. It's got it, and it's got, look down the bottom. Unlock cost 2 points. Unlock level 5. And we are at, go to our stats page. We're at level 3. We should be able to get there really soon. Okay, what do we got? We got small generator, small fuel tank. And we got that making. And let's make some fuel. Fuel is going to be in your components. This is just all objects, components, make some fuel. We're just going to we're going to hold down shift and just left click and just fill it and let it use the rest of our plant fibers to make this fuel. Because we can get more plant fibers when we get where we're going. And so we got, see, it's got an F and a G inside there. So we're going to go to the generators, our first one. So the generator will go in there. Now, an important side note about all this is, if you look at the top of this, you got blue and green. Blue and green. So when you go into these constructors, you look at the top, the small vessel is green. You've got a capital vessel is yellow, a base is red, and a hover vessel is blue. Now, a lot of blocks are interchangeable between these two, and a lot of blocks are interchangeable between these two. Now, cores, which would be a device, see how it uses all 4. So even though the core is going to be a quarter of the size, see how each block, that's a block. See, that's a block, that's a block. This hole is the size of a block. That's one whole block size. One whole block size. So they're 4 times the size when they're a house block. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. But you see there's this green bar running in it. On your keyboard, just above your arrow keys on the right side of the keyboard, you're going to see home, end, insert, and delete. If you press the insert button, it's going to keep toggle. I'm just spamming the insert button right now. It's going to toggle these. Hit the delete, it's going to go in reverse order, right? So this is basically an axis to which this is going to spin on. So you insert and delete to change your axis, and home and end to spin it on that axis. So see? It's how it's spinning around that purple bar. So it's essentially spinning it this way, see? It doesn't matter how it's sitting when it goes in there. It's however you want it to look when you put it in there. It matters when you got blocks that are odd shapes and you want to rotate them to get the right shape. So we're going to put our generator there. See, we got space to put other things in here, but we're not worried about that right now. We can probably put a Wi-Fi in here or wireless, and we're going to put our fuel tank in here. And now, if we press P, we can look at everything that's going on with this bike, and we're going to start by changing it from damaged hover bike, just change the name to hover bike. And you see this one is faction, so it's public or private. So what we are going to do is we're going to go to this menu here. When me and my nephew play, we have to be in the same faction, or if I build something, he can't use it, or if he builds something, he can't use it, and that goes for our constructors. So I'm going to click the humans tags, and I'm going to create a faction. I'm just going to call it job, right? And I'm going to set, and it's going to create that abbreviation. I'm going to click set, and now I've joined. Now he's got to go into the same tab when he's in the world with me. When I launch the game in co-op, you could create a solo one and go co-op, and create a co-op one and play it in solo. They're interchangeable back and forth. So he's got to go in here, and he's got to click on this faction, and then he's got to click request alliance or apply to join, right? So, and then I've got to go in and accept him, and then bam, now that I've created this, we go in here and push P to open it up, and now I can set it to job. So now it's my faction. So anyone in my faction can use any of my equipment. And sometimes you're going to have multiple vessels. Like if you got a capital vessel and you got a small vessel and a hover vessel, well, you can put a hover vessel on your small vessel, and then take your small vessel and then go put it on your capital vessel. It's not going to dock. So when you go to take off in your capital vessel, because you can only have one parent, right? You can't have a grandparent, a parent, and a child. So the vessel you want to fly with, all the other vessels need to be attached to it and not attached to another vessel attached to it. But sometimes, if they aren't in the same faction, they won't dock to each other, and it gets aggravating to try to figure it out. But these are the reasons why. So now we're good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to see how we got a regular aiming crosshair. When you point it at the seat, the cockpit of it, you get this one, and you push F to get inside the vessel, and you push Y to turn the vessel on. And now if it had fuel in it, it would run. So now we're going to push P to open it up. At the main tab, you're going to see down here the fuel. So we're going to click manage to manage the fuel. And we're going to take one of our fuel containers. Well, we're going to left click to pick up half of them, but it's only going to give me one because it's 3, and just drop it in there. And now hit V to go to third person, right? And now I can drive in third person, or I can hit Alt, and now I can use my WAD keys to move around and have free look. So I'm going to hit Alt to come out of free look, and you'll see I'm just using W to go forward, S to go back, and my mouse to steer. It's a hover vessel, so it's kind of like a little bit on ice. So hit Y to shut this down, because we don't want to burn fuel. We don't have much fuel. And we want to come pick up all our junk out of here, because we're going to pack up and move. And we're going to hit, I was just holding shift and clicking everything, and it dropped it in my inventory. Shift F to pick that up. There we go. My inventory is full, see? It's full enough because that won't let me pick that up. So what I'm going to do is come over to my hovercraft. Hit F to get back out. Look at the thing. Hold shift and just put as much stuff as I can in here to lower my volume so that I can come back over here. Hit F. If you look at it, see, I got 14 minutes left of that. It disappears. Hit F to open it up. Pick up my other items. Oh, there's items left in there. That's all. Oh, yep, the items that I had made. So I'm hit F to get in this, Y to jump it. Now you see at the bottom, I've got nothing in my toolbar. So I don't have a detector. I have no way to scan ahead of me in this one. I'd have to make a detector and stick it in here. But we don't have one, so we're going to jump out of this ship. Go to our detector here. That'll disappear. It's empty now. And we're going to hit this. Now hit map to look what we found here. And we know just northeast of us is something we need to go explore. And I'm telling you right now, that's the little Dodge Dart. That's the damaged Dart. And that is going to be our temporary home for a while. The UCH Heidelberg. So let's go northeast and find that thing. Y to turn our ship on. Where there's north by northeast. We're going to mostly north. This way. Oh, those are buds. We don't need buds right now, but you will if you want to make food that does not spoil. Okay, let's look at our map and see what we got. Oof, we lost sight of it. Okay, push 0 and it'll level you out. Wait till the vessel stops. Push F to get off. Hit scan again and see what we come up with. Oh, we're almost right at it. Ooh, it's right over that hill. Oh, move your mouse to get up over these hills. Hold the space bar and you can fly. See I'm flying? I pushed Alt so we can look around. There it is. There's the Heidelberg right there. All these worlds start off. This is just to help you get going kind of thing. I'm landing. Level out. We are at the Heidelberg. Y to shut it off. We don't want to waste our fuel because we don't have much of it. And then we've seen the other thing. V come out of third person. 291 feet. Oh, it's getting dark. So let's take our 10 out. Just shift to put it down. Walk over to it, F to get in it. And go to sleep for the night. Shift F to pick it back up. We're just going to walk over. Oh, we got to hit our scanner. There it is. Go look at the dart and see what it needs. And start getting this thing ready. Our food's good. Our health is good for now. I already know what it needs. It needs a core. Right there. It needs a generator. And it needs a fuel tank. And then we have a very beat up, hard to fly ship. But most importantly, we will have a refrigerator. So next episode will be this. So thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. I'll be making more of these playthroughs to help everyone understands. Ask any questions you want. I'll be glad to help you out. Thank you.